Hi and welcome! In this video, we will cover the expansive fleet of Qantas. Qantas is a very known airline around the world. Well, it's Australia's flag carrier, so it makes sense that they're well known. They are also a member of Oneworld. Another reason that they are so famous is that they're almost 100 years old. That's nearly as old as Boeing is. Being so well known, it operates around the whole world, needing many aircraft to do so. In total, Qantas operates 125 planes with around 10 types of aircraft from Boeing as well as from Airbus. The main trend here is that they operate rival planes. Other airlines do not do this often, but Qantas is an exception. They operate the 787 and the A350, which are very similar in many ways and are competitors in the industry. Following this trend, they operated the A380 and the 747, which are again very similar, but Qantas does not operate just normal 747s. They also operate the 747 SP, which is smaller and shorter compared to the classic version. If you've never seen it, it looks kind of funny. They are also in the process of retiring the 717, which is a really old plane. They used it for Qantas Link, but being so old, they decided on retiring it. Qantas Link operated the 717 for more than 15 years. At the times when they still did operate the 717s, they have extended their Link fleet with some Dash 8 100s, Q200s and Q400s. Now, they are slowly retiring the 717s and adding more smaller planes. The operations take place between close Australian cities and islands. Speaking of old planes, Qantas was one of the few airlines in the history that operated the L1049 Super Constellation. This aircraft comes from the 50s, and by the looks, it doesn't look that good. I think it does. But the range and max speed are comparable to today's propeller airplanes. The first plane that Qantas ever operated was the Avro 504K, what is like a really old plane. It's a single propeller aircraft that is not really famous and cannot carry any passengers. It was made for the World War II and is a long tail dragger. After that, they ordered the 707. That is when Qantas's fleet entered the jet age in 1959. But now, the main thing that Qantas is focusing on, and you've probably heard of it, Project Sunrise. Project Sunrise is a program made by Qantas that tries to make a flight from Australia to Europe and New York simple and without any other flights. This demand for ultra long-haul planes capable of flying directly from Australia to New York made Boeing and Airbus race to who will make a better plane. Qantas decided on the A350-1000. They said that it will be a perfect match for this project. The aim is to make these birds commercially available by 2025. The project is called Project Sunrise because on the flight you see two different sunrises. Sam Chewy, a popular YouTuber on Aviation, made a video where he was on the current biggest route operated by the 787, not Project Sunrise, showing the interior and being one of the experimental groups to be lucky enough to fly this. Qantas made many adjustments to the plane's interior to make this extremely long flight as comfortable as possible. As you can see, Qantas is very cool and epic. This video is not sponsored by them or anyone related to them. We just think that they're very interesting. That is the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed or learned something new, and see ya!